Hello folks, Jonathan Milam here with 4 very nice horns. I'm going to play just an old song, old chorus. Try and exhibit each of these. First of all, we've got a 51 Olds Reording. So this is from the old LA plant. Just a magnificent horn. As you can see, it's got the rose brass lead pipe, so your chances of getting red rot are slim and none. Excellent horn, really a very commercial sound to it. We'll get playing right away. Great horn. I could never figure out what the deal with this was. Had a little tiny mirror and I was trying to align the valves. And of course it's been around for a while. But just thought it was a very modest horn. And then I splurged and bought a one of those things you stick. It's you can take it all the way down the lead pipe. It's a lighted camera on it. And I've finally gotten a valve alignment on that. Very hard with that offset second valve. And all of a sudden I realized, oh, this is what an Olds Reording is. Another great horn here. This is an Adams A2. First time I played this horn, it shocked me how easily it produced volume. It's not the thinnest bell that Adams makes, but quite a good-sized flare in this part, as opposed to the Reording, which is quite slim. But this has, of course, a lot of the characteristics of a binge. And one guy that knows quite well said some Colicchio as well. A great Adams A5, thought to be a lead horn, and certainly does project easily, and just a wonderful tone. Adams A5. I may just have hit a record for hitting wrong notes on a horn. Easy to play, great horn, Adams A5. Now, one that I had years ago, and got another one just here a while back, very nice CarolBrass 7770. For a while they called this the shoe horn. Very small bell flare. Of course it's about 5 inches here, but in the throat area, quite small. The first horn that I saw where they used this type of bracing, very light, and just a great horn. Of course, it's got the stop screw for the first valve, which I like, as well as the second. Amazingly, this horn, while it will cut through, you put a big mouthpiece in this thing, it hums. It is one of the most versatile horns I have ever played. The CarolBrass 7770. Strangely, I started with the Olds Reording, which I really think is one of the more open horns with a bright tone, very carrying tone, and then went to the Adams A5, and then really the 7770 by CarolBrass will do it all. You can play as high as you desire, but it doesn't have a squealy tone. And then another horn, which is of course a good do-it-all selection, the Adams A2. Definitely the heaviest bell of the bunch, 50 gauge, as Adams figures their metal. Of course, the excellent old Bauer Fiend valves, which the Adams company owns now. Very nice horn. Would remind you of a box Strad. Feels a little bit heavier. And one thing I've always liked, it's got a significant heavy mouthpiece receiver here. I've always felt that really helped transfer the complete energy of the horn. And if you were likening this to a box Strad, has a fairly big throat here, a little larger than you'd think, just a little bit larger than a 4 3/4 bell. I think it's 4.84, something like that. But it would definitely have to be a Strad H bell, 37, 72 maybe H, the heavy bell, because this definitely does have a significant weight to the gauge here. Excellent horn, Adams A2. Four wonderful horns here. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it. If you'd like to subscribe, I think I've got in the vicinity of 200 videos. A lot of old vintage horns that I used to do years ago. The last little bit I've got into more type professional horns, and certainly have enjoyed it. Here you've got the new and the old, from 51 with the LA Olds Reording, all the way up to the newer Adams A5, A2, and of course the CarolBrass 7770. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the thumbs up. Even more than that, we love the feedback. We like the comments. Which horn do you like? Which one have you had experience with? That's what can make YouTube a great place, where we all share our knowledge. Do take care of yourself. Have a great day. God bless.